All right, let's jump right in. We are breaking down Alex Becker's The 10 Pillars of Wealth. And this book makes a pretty wild claim. It says that pretty much everything you've ever been told about getting rich, get a safe job, climb the ladder slowly, is not just wrong, it's actually dangerous. Now, the book has 10 pillars, but to really get to the heart of it, we've kind of boiled them down into 5 key themes for this explainer. So let's see what this contrarian guide is all about. So first up, we have to talk about the biggest sacred cow of them all, the idea that a safe, secure job is the way to go. The book argues this is actually the riskiest thing you can do with your financial life.
And really, this is the one question we have to ask ourselves. Is that path that feels so safe, the one everyone pushes us towards, actually setting us up to fail?
Now check this out. This is where the book just completely flips the script on risk. When you have a job, you have almost zero control, right? Your income, your career, your entire future, it's all in somebody else's hands. But with a business, the risk is right there in your face, but it's your risk. You're in the driver's seat. You get to learn, you get to pivot, and most importantly, you can fail and just try again. And this just hammers the point home. The whole get rich slow plan only works if somehow none of these things ever happen to you. You're basically betting your entire financial life that your company won't fail, the economy won't crash, and your job will still be relevant in 40 years. That is a massive, massive gamble on things you have absolutely no control over. Okay, so if the old path is broken, where do you even begin? Well, according to the book, it all starts right here, in your head. You have to literally rewire your brain for wealth before you do anything else. This quote, this is everything. It completely reframes wealth. It's not something you just get. It's a challenge you have to rise to. I mean, think about it. Becoming a millionaire means you're performing better than 99% of people. That just doesn't happen by being average. It happens when you decide to be incredible. So how do you actually become incredible? It's not just about wishing for it. It's this system the book calls the bar system. It all starts with your beliefs. You have to genuinely believe you're capable. That core belief then fuels your actions. You stop making excuses and you start taking massive action to find solutions. And of course, those actions are what ultimately get you the results. It's a simple but super powerful loop. Now, I know this sounds a little harsh, but it's actually meant to be empowering. See, when you believe that everything is your fault, you can't be a victim anymore. If your business fails, that's your fault, which means you have the power to fix it and learn from it. It's the ultimate form of control. And that extreme ownership mindset is fueled by this right here, abundance. If you think money is scarce, you're going to cling to whatever you have, and you'll be terrified to take risks. But if you truly believe opportunities are literally everywhere, well, then you'll start seeing them, and you'll act on them. Scarcity makes you shrink. Abundance makes you expand. All right, mindset is locked in. Now for the fun part. Let's look at the actual blueprint for building the machine, the business that's going to work for you. So here is the absolute most crucial point. You will never, ever get truly wealthy by trading your time for money. It's impossible. You've only got 24 hours in a day. The real goal is to build a system, a business, that generates income 24/7, whether you're sleeping, on vacation, whatever. I mean, think of Jeff Bezos. Amazon is his system. It works for him, not the other way around. So how do you know if your big idea can actually become one of these money machines? You have to run it through this simple test. If you can't say yes to all 4 of these questions, then you don't really have a scalable business. You just have another job, one where you happen to be the boss. And this right here is a total masterclass in focus. The book gives this example of a woman named Amy trying to grow her agency. Now, she does a ton of stuff. Cold calls, emails, follow-ups. But what's the one thing that actually gets her paid? Closing deals in meetings. That's it. 70% of her results come from that one single activity. The book's point is brutally simple. Find the one thing that moves the needle and pour all your energy into that. Everything else, automate it or outsource it. Okay, let's get into what might be the most overlooked piece of this whole puzzle. Building wealth isn't just about spreadsheets and systems. It is a full contact social game. Man, this is such a huge shift in perspective. Money is just an exchange of value and power between people. You only get wealthy when you convince other people, your customers, your clients, your investors, to give you their money. Success isn't some solo mission. It's something that is granted to you by other people.
So if you have to convince people to give you money, what's the one skill you absolutely have to have? Sales. It is not optional. A business only makes money by selling stuff. You could have the greatest product in the history of the world, but if you can't sell it, you have nothing. This is the one skill you must master for yourself.
You also need the right people in your corner. But look at the difference here. You need competitive friends, people who are just as hungry as you, who push you to work harder. And you need the right kind of mentor. Not some billionaire, but somebody who's just 2 or 3 steps ahead of where you are right now. They actually remember the problems you're facing and can give you the cheat codes to get past them quickly. We've covered mindset, we've covered the systems, and we've covered the people. But there's one last pillar. The one the book calls the secret pillar. It's the key that turns the engine on for everything else. That's it. It is that simple and that profound. Most people fail because they never truly 100% down to their bones decide to be wealthy. They kind of want it, they test the waters, but they never fully commit. Success isn't an accident. It's a choice. You have to make a conscious, unwavering decision that you are going to do this no matter what. And so that really leaves us with this final thought. If you buy into this framework, building wealth isn't about your background or luck. It's about a deliberate choice followed by nonstop action. The power is completely in your hands. So the only real question left is, what are you going to choose to do with it?